Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am so thrilled to be before you once again on this day. Remember, if this video speaks to you in any kind of way, feel free to like, comment, and share. This is Empowerment365 with Jamarr Williams. I'm your host, Jamarr, with two R's Williams, and I am so glad to be able to bring you your daily dose of motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. Without further ado, let's get started. Today is Saturday, October 3rd, 2020, and today's quote is, day by day, little by little, step by step, I will put forth the energy and efforts to fuel that of which I am passionate about. I will remain disciplined, consistent, and committed until my passions and dreams manifest into reality. I will say that once again. Day by day, little by little, step by step, I will put forth the energy and efforts to fuel that of which I am passionate about. I will remain disciplined, consistent, and committed until my passions and dreams manifest into reality. Today's topic is all about our passions, our core central element as to why we are here, as to why we want to get up in the morning and try again. It is all about our passions. Now, that passion can be defined as an intense enthusiasm towards a certain cause or a certain purpose. Now, I want to be able to point out on this first point that our passions can help us to define, lead us back to, or even lead us to our very purpose, the very reason as to why we feel as if we are here to be a service to others, to be a service to ourselves, to make the world a better place, to make ourselves that much greater. Our passions can lead us back to that central core purpose. Things that we can be passionate about. My second point that I want to point out, some of us are passionate about learning and development. That's why some of us do become teachers, right? We want to be able to educate, to inspire, to be able to motivate the next generation of world changers. We are passionate about that learning and development. Some of us like to read. Some of us like to be able to seek out wisdom and opportunity and knowledge. Learning and development is something we can be passionate about. Our health and well-being is another area we can definitely be passionate about. Some of us want to be able to truly feed and elevate ourselves spiritually, mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally. So some of us will do things like practice meditation every day, practice yoga every day. Some of us go to the gym every day, but our health and well-being, our diets, our health and well-being is something, an area we can also be very passionate about, that we can also help others in. As far as our work and service, our everyday work, sometimes we can be passionate about our everyday work. Some of us live, breathe, and sleep what we do at work. Why? Because we love what we do. I'll never forget when I was in the healthcare industry. I managed housekeepers. They worked minimum wage, but the price was not an issue to them because they came to work. They were passionate about getting to know the patients, about working with the hospital staff. They wanted to clean the heck out of a room just because they wanted to play that role and be that individual that made that patient's day, that made that doctor's day, that made the hospital that much of a better and a healing environment. That's what they wanted to do. Yeah, they came to work, they made an hourly pay, and yes, it was minimum wage. A lot of us would look at that and say that's not enough. But for a lot of these housekeepers, I was so elated, and I learned something new in that very moment. I was so thrilled and so glad to be able to learn that some of these housekeepers are coming to work every day, not because it is or isn't enough, but because they truly are passionate about helping people that are just trying to heal, that are trying to get better. All right. So your work and your service, some of us breathe leadership. Some of us like to coach and train. Some of us like to volunteer in our communities. That is all a part of work and service to others. All right. We can also be passionate about our purpose and fulfillment, our deeper meaning, our deeper fulfillment within ourselves and within this earth. Our relationships, our business relationship, our relationships at home, our relationships in our community is an area where we can also be passionate about. Now, my third point that I'm going to make before I give you this charge, I'm going to talk about a company that I mentioned just the other day. Remember, I was telling you that Apple, Microsoft, Google, Disney, HP, they all started in the garage with the simple, with the small vision, with a passion in mind. They wanted to make the world a better place. They wanted to fulfill their dreams, fulfill this passion. Steve Jobs, the late great Steve Jobs, had returned to Apple back in 1997 after being absent from the company for 12 long years. This is the guy that co-founded Apple, the guy that helped to shift and make Apple what it is today. His ideals still reign true. His throughout the technological world, the software industry. So Steve Jobs had returned from a leave of absence after being gone for 12 long years in 1997. Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy. They were running out of cash. Steve Jobs simply called a staff meeting and he said this: "We are not in the industry of making boxes. Hey, we do that very well, but we are not in that type of industry, and that is not our business. At the core of us all, at the core of our business lies passion. And people that have passion can change the world." I'll say that again. He said these very words: people that have passion at everything that they do, from the decisions that they make, the life that they live, the next steps that they take. Every people that have passion literally can change the world. And that is my charge to you today. This came from the late, great Steve Jobs. He left an impact, a legend on this world. And you can do the very same. So my charge to you today is to do this: define your passion. Be able to be consistent, committed, and disciplined to fulfill that very passion. Make it into reality. It is not just an idea in the back of your head. It is not just something that is impossible to achieve. It is a passion. And if you can believe it, if you can think it, you can achieve it. Define your passion and be disciplined enough, committed enough, consistent enough to make that passion a reality. This has been Empowerment 365 with Jamarr Williams. I am your host, Jamarr, with two R's, signing off.